So regarding Bitcoin mining, so like first of all, like really congrats to the hard work with the team, and really congrats to the community for their patience, for really waiting for this Bitcoin mining for a very long time. Now it's finally here. We are really excited to see so many joiners across the globe joining Bitcoin mining, and it's kind of like one of the revolutionary mining experience, because now it's kind of like firstly low power, low consumption, environmental friendly, and also the good part, you can start mining Bitcoin in less than 3 minutes by no technical knowledge is required. Just set up your miner, fulfill the simple prereqs, which are basically you need to at least own one M2 Pro miner, because Bitcoin mining is per miner basis, and maintain a 90% miner health. If someone doesn't understand what miner health is, it's essential to our protocol, which is MX protocol, which is basically having a couple of factors which determines your health score, which is basically right now it's fuel and uptime. Proximity has been postponed for a bit while, but let's talk about the fuel and uptime. So uptime is simple, the time your miner is online, and the fuel is your mine tokens in your miner. So how long have you been mining, and how liquid you're keeping your mine tokens. So anyone who is maintaining a 90% miner health, owning a simple miner, and basically bound a minimum of 5,000 MXCs can start mining. So what do I mean by bound? It means that it's your MXC, you control it, you own it, you just have to bind it for 60 days, and you will get your MXCs back after 60 days. But during the 60 days, these MXCs will be able to help you to mine BTC. Why do we need the 5,000 MXC to be mined? Because every miner has a mechanism based on how Bitcoin mining is done. So just to give a very quick introduction how Bitcoin mining is really done, let's discuss. So basically, there's an amp power generated by every miner based upon your health score of the miner, and that amp power is accumulated to our amp power, and that's basically sent to the supernode. It gets more complex. We have a couple of articles already out there. We have a couple of videos explaining this. You guys can check it out. But still, if there's something more, you feel free to ask. But yeah, these are the simple requirements, like own at least own one miner, maintain a 90% miner health, and bond minimum 5,000 MXC. It does not mean that you will be limited only with 5,000 MXCs. To increase your amp power of your miner, you can bind even more MXCs. And the good news is there is no upper cap. So if the more you bind, the higher the amp power generated per miner, and thus the higher the higher the mining efficiency for you, and simply more Bitcoin mined. So yeah, that's a simple explanation on it, and we have a couple of articles out there explaining the different aspects of the Bitcoin mining. Go ahead, check our Medium, check our YouTube videos. You will definitely find something. You'll definitely find more information on it. But if still there is something more, please feel free to ask on it. Yeah, sure, I can talk about it. So basically, Sheen is, as I've already talked about a couple of times, Sheen is going to US, and he's going to visit 4 states right now in US, and I think Houston is also going to be visited. So he's talking to different investors, different partners out there to promote the use cases, to talk about the network usage, to talk about the upcoming different partnerships we can have in US. So yes, I don't know about the office right now. It's too early for me. I still have to sit with Sheen to talk about it. But then again, of course, we are expanding network. We're bringing more use cases and also meeting new investors out there. Regarding the 80% miner health part, what I can say, this is basically a measure which we introduced to basically protect the mining community as a whole, and it's just a measure to basically which is implemented due to the bear market conditions, because just to prevent market from investors being panicked and acting irrational right now. So firstly, it's not a big thing. If you're mining at 100, if you're mining and you're not selling your MXC, you're mining at 100% efficiency. This should not be a concern, I guess. And also, it's additional 20% when you dump everything out for miner. So it's kind of like also not big of a difference, to be honest. But then once the bear market is over and the condition gets stabilized, we would see exactly how we can bring the health percentage back. And just to add on this, like basically, like we are hoping, like of course, the dev team is working. We're looking into the way it can be really onboarded. We did release an article that Ruben mentioned last year, talking about how to integrate infrastructure of mining into our own MX protocol, and we are planning to basically to have it something by let's say end of this year, but no promises because it's a lot of work required from our dev side, a lot of testing required. However, we would see the kind of a similar fashion of how we release Bitcoin mining in terms of having different test nets, in terms of like having different test nets, and the outcome of the test nets will help us to determine exactly how it functions and how it performs and what's the best way to improve it. So yeah, we having something similar, like BTC mining. What is miner hell? Let's talk about this miner hell in detail. So miner hell is basically one of our consensus. It's a central part of our MX protocol, which is basically based upon different principles. By different principle means like right now we have three factors which is really impacting miner health, and from this two are currently active. One is work in progress, and we had to postpone it for a while due to current market conditions. So what two factors really are is basically your health, your fuel, basically, and your uptime. So as I've already previously mentioned, that what is fuel? So fuel is basically how much tokens you're mining daily, and that's basically accumulated, and that keeps accumulating on your daily mine basis. And however, the uptime is more about like the connection or the connectivity of your miner with and providing a network. These two factors currently are really essential to basically ensure the robust network, the scalability of the network, and this is what the whole POP model is. And POP is about, as its name suggests, proof of participation. The proof of participation means that when you are trying to create a network, it allows you by creating a network in a way that really help you to basically scale up the network and also provide the liquidity to the network to make use cases work. That's the whole central part of POP. Yeah, okay. Okay, so the thing is like moving back to DAO. So basically, we need to understand exactly how the DAO will work. DAO is basically, of course, it's gonna be open for the community where everyone can raise a proposal, and once they raise a proposal, the community would definitely have to vote for it. And if the proposal goes through and if the proposal is really passed through the voting process and it's been accepted, then the proposal will be worked on. It will have to be worked on to bring this to MX protocol. However, of course, it needs to be the whole proposal needs to be accepted to the community. Everyone has the right to vote for it. It will be open to everyone to vote, not just the miners, not just the community members, but anyone from the community can come up with it and can vote for the proposal. And once the proposal is accepted, it will be then integrated to MX protocol to make sure the future rollout, and that will be determining the future direction of the MXC. So basically, you people, the community, will have the control over how the future direction of MXC looks forward. Yeah, sure. We were there. The MXC team was in fact, my Connect team was there. There, we were able to meet a lot of new investors and meet a lot of new community members, especially people from Germany. We were able to catch some community members from Germany, from Berlin, in fact, and we were able to pitch the ideas about how our new rebranding is moving towards the direction of metaverse, NFTs, the immersive technology experience. And also, we're able to talk to new potential use cases, see new partnership deals with amazing companies out there which are pitching their ideas. So it was a pretty cool event, and of course, we were able to educate the people who were there and about the vision and mission of MXC. Why are we building this data building network? What will be the future use cases, and how the community is contributing in making this network live, and what's the future direction of MetaX Connect? So that was gist of the whole Polkadot event for us. Yeah, with all being that said, guys, I think we are really over time. And I think we would definitely have to cut this call. But like what I can say, the next few weeks will be really, really, really big. Keep your eyes peeled for it. And you can definitely see DAO voting beginning very, very soon.
Crypto is like moving kind of like move to earn tokens, right? You see this with Steppen and other move to earn tokens. We call them X to earn tokens because you can basically move anything and earn tokens with it. So yeah, we will be adding this feature as well at MXC. So since we have like a global data network with like a huge reach, to be honest, M2 Pro miners will be the network that's going to track and trace products, support smart cities, and track low power data, things like that. So we're adding more features, which will be like an exciting element to the network, onboarding a multitude of tokens, as I already elaborated on, that you can have like a DAO and where you guys can choose which tokens we want to onboard, things like that. So yeah, those are going to be also integrated within the move to earn category. And what will the miners play for a role is they will be able to verify the activities, actions, and movements of the participants. So no, for the users that have like more than 15 or 20 miners, just make sure that you have your Hexagon filled up and you have another Hexagon somewhere else, maybe a family member or some friends where you can install your M2 Pros. Why proximity? Because you want to widen our network. We see that there's some mining farms, as you can see on MX Mapper. Somewhere in Italy before, there's someone with like 200 M2 Pro miners just in the center. And the thing is, that's what we want to do. We want to make a global data network. And you cannot make a global data network with all the M2 Pros at one central point. That doesn't work. So this why miner proximity will be introduced somewhere in Q3.